Hey, it's Hoops World TV. I'm Giannis Katroupas here with NBA publisher and editor Steve Kyler. And today we're going to be talking about Eric Gordon and the New Orleans Hornets. Now, Eric Gordon was a guy that missed the majority of last season with a knee injury. The New Orleans Hornets decided to match a contract offer sheet from the Phoenix Suns to keep Eric Gordon, somewhat against his own wishes, although he backtracked after he signed the deal. And now here we are again, the start of the 2012-2013 season, and Eric Gordon is not going to be available for them. He's going to be out indefinitely. How concerned should the New Orleans Hornets be right now?
Well, I think you have to be, mainly because of the money that you committed to the guy. You know, Eric has a history of being injured. He's been injury prone his entire NBA career. And when you're doing deals, you're always hoping for the best. And I think when you look at, the James Harden deal that the Houston Rockets are doing, I think you look at, the Brook Lopez contract, whatever the free agent deal, you're always hoping for the best part of it. You're hoping the knee injury is behind. You're hoping that, the problem that hindered is behind. But there's a reality. Eric's been injured. And when Eric is your offensive focal point, you're going to struggle when Eric's not on the floor. And it's going to be hard to replace that, one, because you spent the money, but also, two, because you just don't plan for it. It's not like there's a second guy sitting there waiting to replace what Eric Gordon gives you. And if Eric Gordon is going to be out for an extended period of time, it means you're now leaning on Austin Rivers. He's banged up. We don't know what his status is going to be. Now you're asking Anthony Davis day one to carry everything as though the expectation level of being the number one overall pick isn't enough. I just look at this and I go, it couldn't really, I think it would be better if Eric Gordon goes down 20 games into the season. I think it's terrible when Eric is going down the first day of the season, because it now means some of these young guys, some of these new guys, they're off on an island all by themselves. And that's not going to be a contract that's going to be easy to trade. And I think that this is going to be something that haunts the organization. I think they took the dare to be great, kind of he's an all-star type guy. And now here he is injured again. They talk about buyer's remorse. I don't think anybody's going to help them out of that contract.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because that's what I was going to bring up. And it seemed a little bit curious that you throw all this money at Eric Gordon, who said that he wanted to go to Phoenix, when you just bring in a nice shooting guard with a lottery pick in Austin Rivers. You have another rookie in Anthony Davis, who is obviously being groomed to be the face of the franchise. So going by that logic and the fact that this wasn't a team that in all reality, even if Eric Gordon was healthy and playing his best basketball, I really couldn't see them cracking the top 8, barring some major surprises from some of the other teams that were going to be in the top 8 in the Western Conference. So is there somewhat of a bright side to this? You never want to see your highest paid player go down, but could this be good in the sense that some guys like Austin Rivers, whenever he gets healthy, and the rest of this young core are going to get some valuable experience? They won't be able to lean on Eric as a crutch. And if he's out for an extended period of time, that's going to help get them more ping pong balls, and they could get another impressive piece to add to this already talented young core.
Well, depending on who you talk to, I don't think you can rig the lottery twice. No, I'm not going there. But there's a reality to it. When they decided to take Eric Gordon, it really was, or to keep Eric Gordon, it was really, do you let an asset walk away? And when you think about, the trade that sent out Chris Paul, Eric Gordon was that asset. He was expected to be that future star player. And how do you tell your fan base? How do you tell your new owner, oh, by the way, we just let him go? It really is, and that's kind of the unfortunate nature of restricted free agency. It's not like football where you go, no, we don't want him, and we'll get 2 first-round draft picks for him. It's no, we don't want him, and you got nothing in return. And I think that was kind of the biggest part of this. There's also something to be said about this. When they did choose to keep Eric Gordon and match that deal, and they did draft Austin Rivers, who, I don't care what anybody says, is a scoring 2 guard. You started to go, how is this going to work? Now you see Eric Gordon's going to be out for an extended period of time. Austin's very much probably like Brandon Roy did with the Portland Trailblazers, just going to come in, prove to everybody he's more of a 2 than a 1, and now you've got a problem. And, the thing is that contract for Eric Gordon is going to be so hard to move. Like I said, I think this isn't a thing that's going to go away tomorrow. I think there's going to be buyer's remorse on this thing. But, keep in mind it is a 4-year deal. It's not, a 10-year deal where you're stuck with him for a decade. And we've seen, look, Joe Johnson got got traded. We saw Gilbert Arenas get traded. You saw Rashard Lewis in that contract get traded. So maybe somewhere down the line, somebody takes Eric Gordon off of the Hornets' hands, but he's going to have to find a way to get healthy. And the other thing too is, and I think about Amari Stoudemire and his contract with the Knicks, is that there were some knee exclusions. You got to wonder if the fine print to that New Orleans contract might have some knee exclusions. But again, it was a deal that was written by the Phoenix Suns, so they would have had to have written that in. So it'll be interesting to hear if here in the next couple of weeks that there's maybe an exit parachute, if you will, for the New Orleans Hornets. I don't think they're getting one, but I think it would be rather interesting if they do. But I think the big picture of this is, like you said, Giannis, there's a chance here for Austin Rivers to come in and prove that he's an elite level scorer and doesn't have to lean on Eric Gordon. But there's a lot of money tied up in Eric Gordon. I think the franchise takes a huge, huge hit when he's going to be out indefinitely.
He's Steve Kyler. I'm Giannis Koutroupas, and this is Hoops World TV.